Om Namo Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for joining today. I'd like to seek your good wishes, your blessings, so that we can continue with this amazing Lila of Lord Damodara. And we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 9th chapter. We are at text number 12. So previously, Lord Krishna woke up on the day of Diwali and he wanted milk from his darling mother, and she was feeding him, but then she left him because there was some milk on the stove which was overflowing. So she decided to go and save that milk. He became very frustrated and angry and broke some pots and stole a pot of butter and ran into the compound and was feeding the monkeys as well as himself. And then Mother Yashoda, showing transcendental anger, parental anger, ran after him with a stick and eventually caught him. That person who cannot be caught by the speed of wind or speed of mind actually, or the yogis use to catch him, to get to him. They can't catch him with the speed of mind, but she got him running after him. And then Krishna, we were listening last time how he was very scared of the stick and she put the stick down. And now we continue with the next part of this Lila. So this is 12th verse.
Yatyastim sutam vitam vignaya bhakavatsala yashakila tambadam damnatadvirya kovida. Translation: Mother Yashoda was always overwhelmed by intense love for Krishna, not knowing who Krishna was or how powerful he was. Because of maternal affection for Krishna, she never even cared to know who he was. Therefore, when she saw that her son had become excessively afraid, she threw the stick away and desired to bind him so that he would not commit any further naughty activities.
So he's a supreme personality of Godhead. And sometimes he would even exhibit his majesty to Yashoda. But she would ignore everything because he was her son. And that maternal affection overpowered any thoughts that this son, this boy, might be the supreme personality of Godhead. And Krishna loved that very much. Everybody's treating him like God. They want something from him. They want a piece of him. But here, Mother Yashoda is just giving love to him. And he really, he likes that very much. Gets bored of people asking him for things. Give me this, give me that. So when somebody wants to serve him, he becomes very, very pleased. Okay, so let's see. She wanted answers.
How is the churn broken?
Through an act of God, Mother. It's your karma. It's a 3-year-old boy. Vimaya was amazed. Where did he get such ideas from?
Oh, yes, of course. And who gave butter to the monkeys? Was that God too?
Ultimately, the same Lord who created them also directed me to feed them.
Could you not wait to enjoy the butter until after it was offered to God? Do you think you are God? Or is the butter more tasty when it is stolen and unoffered?
What could he say? He's God. Staring at the ground, Krishna drew lines in the sand with his toes. Seeing his confusion, Mother Yashoda's heart melted.
Be good now and tell me the truth. No more stories.
Krishna looked up and marveled at the beauty of Yashoda Mai. And Yashoda Mai similarly was marveling at his beauty and cheeky nature. Mother, why are you blaming me? You ran to save the boiling milk, and your anklet struck the churn while you were running towards it and pierced it. Why are you blaming me? Thereafter, the Lord, he inspired some monkeys to raid your storeroom and steal its contents. How could you fall to me? So he's the absolute truth. Whatever he's saying must be absolutely right. Yashodamai was mesmerized by Krishna's eloquence, even though every word was a lie. But she wanted to hear more. Krishna then said, then as I was trying to save the yogurt from the monkeys, you attacked me with a stick, treating me as if I was a common thief. Without pity, you chased me like a shadow, even though I was frightened to death.
Though you are born in an aristocratic family, by befriending monkeys, you've taken on their qualities.
There it was again, Krishna compared to monkeys. Mother, if you think I'm a monkey, then maybe I should go to the forest and live with my monkey friends. Yashodamai was shocked. Things were going too far. Who knows, this boy might just do what he's saying.
I will tie you down right here, right now, so that I can return to the house and clean up the mess you made.
Krishna couldn't believe what he heard. Oh, Rohini, where have you gone with my brother? Oh, Balaram, come quickly. Mother wants to tie me up. Help, help. Although Rohini and Balaram were too far away to hear Krishna's calls, it did not fall on deaf ears. The elderly ladies came running, and they jokingly goaded Yashodamai. Punish the boy. How many
times we have complained about the havoc your son creates in our homes, and you would constantly ignore us. Now he has planted your own home and you finally see the light of day. Let us help you punish him.
They didn't really want him punished, but they were just enjoying the Lila. Mother agreed. He must be tied down. The ladies, as well as the demigods, were amazed at the audacity of Yashodamai. Right, that was quick. Just check the time.
23 past.
Okay, let's do this as well. So let's move into text 13 and 14 as well.
So this is translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no beginning and no end, no exterior and no interior, no front and no rear. In other words, he is all-pervading. Because he is not under the influence of the element of time, for him there is no difference between past, present, and future. He exists in his own transcendental form at all times. Being absolute beyond relativity, he is free from distinctions between cause and effect, although he is the cause and effect of everything. That unmanifested person who is beyond the perception of the senses had now appeared as a human child. Mother Yashoda, considering him her own ordinary child, bound him to the wooden mortar with a rope.
Whoa. How extraordinary this gopi is, although she has seen her son's supernatural powers, the deliverance of Putana, Trinivarta, the cart demon. She also saw the universal form in his mouth. She still plans to tie him up. Yashodamai required two things to tie up Krishna: an anchor and a rope. Near the entrance to the courtyard lay the mortar which Krishna had used to sit on and feed the monkeys. He was incredulous. Yashodamai made her intentions very clear. Taking him the few steps to the mortar, she was going to bind Krishna to the mortar. Since you're so fond of mortars, I will marry you to this one. Oh, sorry, you said that once. Go say it.
Since you're so fond of mortars, I will marry you to this one.
And of course, she was punishing the mortar at the same time, because the mortar assisted Krishna in his Lila. Now for the rope. With the graceful movement of her left hand, she took a golden cord that bound her braid at its root. Yashodamai thought about which part of him to bind. This is quite funny. His hands and feet are too small, and he would be able to wiggle free. Best at the waist, around his belly, as his chubby behind and scheming head would not allow would not allow the rope to slip free. Mother Yashoda giggled. Krishna was not amused. Krishna thought, both time and death fear me, right? Fear me. Does she not? No, she doesn't. Krishna has no beginning, nor does he have an end. Yet, her motherly affection does not allow Yashodamai to think of Krishna as infinite. The first cord was obviously too small for his waist, so she took another from her hair, but realized that she needed something for the mortar as well. Many Brijbasis were watching this amazing event unfold. Yashoda Mai spotted two of her maidservants, Kurangavati and Lavangavati. She ordered them to bring some soft, smooth rope from the house. In a hurry, they ran into the house, quickly brought two churning ropes for Mother Yashoda. The gopis assisted Mother and tied the four ropes together, and Mother attempted, with the help of Lavanga, to put the rope around his waist and the mortar. Krishna still can't believe what his mother is planning to do. Who does she think I am? The watching demigods, Brijbasis, sages, birds, monkeys, gopis, gods, all debated amongst themselves about how Mother Yashoda will achieve this monumental task. Krishna tried to reason with Mother. Do you think it's right you punish me like this? Father would be much more lenient and would reason with me. Mother was determined.
You were not just mischievous, but you were also offensive.
What? So number 15.
Tattamapadyamanasya sarvakasya kritagasaha Dhyangulonam abuddena sandate jagopika. Translation: when Mother Yashoda was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that the binding rope was short by a distance the width of 2 fingers. Thus, she brought another rope to join it to it.
Right. Yeah, there you go. It's going to be bound up. Krishna was offended by this comment because she said to him, "You're offensive." But anyway, he didn't have time to argue or be bound up. He had to play with friends, houses to ransack, ladies to charm. How can he be restrained by some rope? When Yashodamai tried to knot the ends around Krishna's belly, it was short by 2 fingers. She tried in different ways, different combinations, but every time the rope was always 2 fingers short. She ordered more rope. All the Brijbasis participated, cheerfully bringing more rope, knowing that something extraordinary was happening. They would tie the ends, and then Yashodamai would again try to put the rope around Krishna's belly, but it was always 2 fingers short. Everyone marveled at the phenomena. The demigod said that the Lord is medium-sized, infinite, and infinitesimal, infinitesimal, simultaneously. So at the same time, he is little, huge, and tiny, and applauded his inconceivable potencies. The Brijbasis were enjoying the occasion, sometimes teasing Yashodamai, sometimes encouraging, sometimes calming, sometimes laughing.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's stop there because the next bit we can go into a bit more detail. So any comments, any questions, anything anybody like to share? Surinder, would you like to share anything?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Prabhu, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, there is a verse, and this verse was recited by Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself. So, one moment, yes.
No problem, no problem.
So, it is as follows. Vraja Lilasya Shri Krishnasya Palakatvam Prabhavamayam Dadhi mathana ninadaschakta nidra prabhate Nibrita padam agaram balavinam pravistah Mukha kamala samirair ashu nirvapya dipan Kavalita navanita patu mambala Krishna. So this verse recited by Sri Sri Bhagavatas Chaitanya Chandrasya. So translation. The most powerful protection is afforded by Sri Krishna, the Lord of divine pastimes in Vrindavan. That child, Krishna, who, awakening by the sound of butter churning, stealthily enters the homes of the cowherd ladies, swiftly blows out the lamps with the breeze of his lotus mouth, and devours the fresh butter. May he kindly protect me. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. So this verse was recited by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Person of Godhead. Yeah, Nitai Gaur Hari Prabhu, Nitai Gauranga.
Thank you for sharing that. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
And who was that again by?
Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Dev has recited this verse.
Very,
In
very
glorification of Balakrishna Lila. Yes.
fantastic. Thank
Nitai
you.
Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Anything else? Otherwise, we can go to the Nishini Coach. Okay. Damodara Lila ki jai,
Jai.
Yashoda Damodara ki jai, Kartik Mas ki jai, Radha Damodara ki jai, Thai Gaurav Premanande.